Welcome to Ron's RC Garage in Peoria, Arizona. It is Monday, December 12th. Beautiful sunny day. Temperature is expecting to reach the mid-70s today. Wonderful. I can't do this with these blinds open, so bear with me a second. We just finished our last series race last Saturday with the T3. We've got it torn down, getting ready to what I refer to as do dishes. Take it out and clean it, and then get it back in here and start going over it. We had a very unlucky and lucky day Saturday. We ran the first qualifier, broke a right lower arm 2.5 minutes into it. My fault. Went ahead and changed it out. That was the only right lower arm I had with me, and I'm the only one out at Fear Farm that runs one of these T3s. So I elected not to run the second qualifier, because if I broke another one, I can't run the main. Got no place to get a part. And the points race is very close. This is a 5-race championship series. Been going on for a couple of months, and I was decent in the points. So I elected just to run the main. It was a 20-minute main, and which with this track configuration you get a lot of on throttle time. Requires 3 fuel stops. After the second fuel stop, about 2 minutes afterwards, the truck just lost power like crazy. It would not pull. Engine was running good. In fact, it was screaming. Didn't know what was wrong. First thing you know, your mind works really fast when you're up on a driver's stand. Said, oh my gosh, the clutch is going south. Oh, the flywheel's slipping on the crank. Kept it going for a couple of laps. Had to feather the throttle not to over rev the engine. Just had to aggressively roll the jumps. Couldn't get enough power up to take a jump. But it didn't get any worse. So I just kept on going. Have to finish this race somehow. Again, the points are close. And if I fell out of it, I'm going to fall all the way down in the points. So my pit guy hollered up at me, Ron, the truck's broke. You want to give it up? And I said, no, it's still moving. He said, well, bring it in for fuel next lap. And so the first thing, and you all probably know this, somebody picks up a broken car, first thing they do is analyze it and tell you everything that's wrong with it. And that's human nature, I'm fine with it. But so I hollered back down at him, I said, don't analyze it. Fuel it and throw it back out, it's still rolling. He did exactly that. Good stop, threw me back out, limped around, and by gosh, finished the race. Don't know how. Just, that was the good luck. The had a big enough lead that I got a 5th place finish out of it. Unreal. What happened is the darn thing, it was the original one, the darn thing snapped the rear drive shaft. So it was front wheel drive only. And of course, you know, if the front one went bad, it would have been lights out, day over. But, you know, driving off the rear, you can't even drive one, just spins around in circles. But with the front end pulling, it kept on going, and just, again, had to feather the throttle, just not to over rev the engine. And I looked at the lap times after the race, and only dropped off about 6 seconds a lap, having to drive it that way. So it was smooth, didn't have to worry about wrecking it, just had to keep out of, you know, give people plenty of room when they're coming up on me. And it worked out well. It's really hard for a guy like me, and I'm not complaining, I'm just tickled to death I'm able to even race this thing at 69 years old. But when you're racing with people that are 20, 30, 40, and 50 years younger than you, with their hand-eye coordination, depth perception, you know, it's a real challenge. You have to run a totally different strategy, because I can't outrun most of them. You know, they're a lot quicker than I am. So it's durability, staying cool, and it worked out. Really tickled to death with this. Again, I thought it was clutch or something. Got it torn down, getting ready to clean everything. Clutch is still fine. It's about ready for a shoe change, but it's fine. Flywheel's on there tight. The poor center diff really took a beating with all that slipping, but it hung in there. When I get that torn apart, I'm pretty sure that fluid's going to be like tar. But it's still smooth and nice and didn't break anything. So I'm, real fortunate with that. This is the third year I run this series race. They've only had it 3 years. The first time I just started racing. And the first one we got a 6th place out of, final standings. Last year we got a 5th place in final standings. And this year, by gosh, with luck, we got a 4th place in the final standings. For an old guy like me, again, I'm really happy with that. Just happy that I can even do this. So it was a lot of fun. Trials and tribulations, and the more you do this, the more things you see and learn every time you race them. That was just kind of a little update I wanted to share with everybody. That kind of finishes everything up. Say we're going to go out and do dishes, and then we'll start tearing things apart and see what else is torn up in this thing. We'll parts list here. We're going to have to go see Clay at Quick's RC and get some parts coming for it. Don't know how much. I'm not going to race next weekend. The weather's supposed to be bad, so got at least 2 weeks to get it squared away. And not in a rush. No big deal. With that, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to say it. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Stay focused. Use your head and stay out of trouble. Thank you. Again, have a great holiday season. Goodbye.